Good Thursday afternoon, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here, live from the First Alert Digital Desk, where your First Alert weather team is always live Monday through Fridays at 2 p.m. I hope everyone's had a good day here on this Thursday, and we'll continue to have a good day as we get through the rest of today, into our Friday, and into our weekend. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Hopefully you can hear me all right. If you have any issues with the mics, make sure you let me know. Just have it in a little bit of a different location right now, so again, if the mic sounds a little weird, just let me know. You can head over to our Facebook page at WNEM TV5 News. There, if you go over to our live stream page, is where we'll have chat open. I'll try to answer some questions, and obviously you can interact with us. We'll try our best to let you know what we can tell you. You can also head over to our website, WNEM.com, for more news and more weather. There's a forecast tab there where we always have updated forecasts. You can just get more weather information on that page as well. But again, thank you for everyone for joining us. Take a quick peek out around the state real quick. What we see first here is going to be, actually we're not going to see first. As I try to fix this real quick. Let's go to, I gotta fix some stuff real quick. We're having a little technical difficulty. Okay, let me do this real quick. We'll get it going. Get right over here. Sometimes electronics not really wanting to work for us, but it's okay. We'll fix it real quick. Producer. Let's see if I can get this going on my end. Let's see. But again, thank you everyone for joining us. Sorry it's a little awkward right now, a little bit of technical difficulties from our weather computer. That happens from time to time. Technology not always the friendliest when we start to work on stuff, but we're here and we're having a good day. There is some rain chances out there. If you've been outside, obviously had some light rain this morning, and that has continued here into this afternoon. It has stayed south for now, but it is there. We'll take a quick peek at our radar. Real quick. What you see is not much. There is some cloud cover on Sky Tracker, some light rain trying to move through Shiawassee and Genesee County, but even that is starting to struggle. I think the big theme for today is rain chances have reached our region and they've sort of died out and struggled. So that's always a good thing to see because there is some severe thunderstorm warnings in the southern portions of the state down towards Detroit that have avoided us. But let's take a look outside real quick. We'll take a look around the state. We'll start off looking at Mount Pleasant, Central Michigan University, where you're actually seeing some sun. There's a light cloud layer out there. It's not totally blue skies, but it is looking to be a pretty nice day there up in Mount Pleasant. We'll take now a look at Flint, and what we see pretty similar up there in the sky. Just some very light clouds. Otherwise, you're looking to be relatively sunny right now, and you're dry. That's always a good thing. Again, there was some light showers trying to move through Genesee County, but even those look to be just a little bit farther south of Flint. So hopefully it can continue that trend. And then downtown Detroit, another good view this afternoon. Just some light clouds. Some sun out there, and obviously Tigers playing right now versus the Oakland Athletics. Last time I checked, that game was 1-0. Take a quick peek to see if that game still is 1-0. Actually, no, Tigers just scored 2 in the bottom of the third, so they are now up 3-0. So that's always a good thing for our Tigers fans. Good game there. Let's see who's scoring. Spencer Torkelson hit a home run earlier, so that was the big one in the second inning to take that lead. But take us back outside to Mount Pleasant. We'll take a look at our traffic. First alert traffic map. Looking to be in the good. We're green for much, if not all of the state right now, and that looks to be, should continue to be the trend for today. As long as that rain stays away, I think traffic will be good. There obviously could be some areas, if you do get some heavier rain, you could possibly have some slowdowns, similar to what we see most of the time we get heavy rain, reduced visibilities, slick roads. So just be careful of that if you do come across some heavy rainfall, if any of these thunderstorms want to develop later in the day. And again, there are some thunderstorms out there. We look at our Sky Tracker right now. It's mostly missing us to the south. There is a few cells I'll just keep an eye on out there towards Ionia, Portland area that are going to move east. We'll see if these hold together into Shiawassee and Genesee County. But otherwise, we've actually been pretty dry and had some sun. Again, sort of through the Tri-Cities out towards Mount Pleasant and Clare, you're looking at relatively clear skies, just some light cloud cover. And as we zoom out just a little bit more, I did want to look out to the west like we usually do, because the west will give us a good idea of what we could see as we get over the next couple of days. And what we do see is Minnesota, Wisconsin is showing some more rain. So this will be the area that we just got to keep an eye on for the next really 24 hours, because this line will try to make it across Wisconsin into Michigan. It does look like it's going to struggle, but there is some signals that, yeah, we definitely could see some rain early Friday morning and then even into the afternoon. But even some models have pushed that rain chance away, so that's always something we want to see. And again, we do have some severe thunderstorms down to the south. I'll load that up real quick on our pinpoint Doppler, and those are just down there just to the west of Detroit, southwest of Detroit, south of Jackson, Ann Arbor, east of North Adams, in that area that are seeing some severe thunderstorm warnings being issued. So if you have any family members down there to the far south, just make sure they're staying weather aware right now. You do have some stronger to severe storms trying to develop, and that could be something we continue to see. The environment is there for severe weather. Actually, the Storm Prediction Center has given us a marginal risk here today, and we actually take a look at that. And we can see we do have that marginal risk in place across much of the state up until you get really north of our counties. So if a storm does develop, the atmosphere is just right that we could see some of that severe weather possible just in the right storm. And I think the threats, or at least the main threats for anything that does develop through the rest of the day, are definitely going to be probably stronger winds and some smaller hail. Tornadoes, very small chance. Obviously, it's always above zero chance when we get something like this, but it's a very small chance. We look across the region right now at our temperatures in the 2 p.m. hour. What we do see is there's definitely the presence of a front hanging across the state. And we can see that with our temperatures just sort of right here is where that front's sitting. If you're north of the front, you're looking at mostly 60s, lower 70s. If you're south of that front right now, you're actually getting upper 70s to the mid 80s. So Flint at 85, Lapeer 86, Owasso at 85 are some of the warmer areas right now. And again, that's south of that front. You've had a little bit less influence, but obviously a little bit more chances of showers and thunderstorms. So as those showers and thunderstorms do try to move through, if you do get a storm, you will actually see a cool down quickly with that. Dew points also sort of show us where that front is. Still showing 60s for dew points in areas to the north, so it's not that big of a difference like we see maybe in temperatures, but it's enough to notice that areas down to the south that are south of that front are showing us dew points in the 70s, so definitely on the stickier side in those southern 3 counties of Lapeer, Genesee, and Shiawassee County. And winds obviously are going to show us where that front is sitting. It actually was a little bit more sort of out there earlier, but it's definitely where you're seeing more of this. Let's get a point out. You're seeing more of this west wind. That's going to be south of the front. So that front's definitely just moving right through, sort of just south of Midland, maybe just north of Mount Pleasant, then across the Thumb. But anywhere you're seeing a northeast wind, especially into the Thumb and then north of the Bay, those are areas where you're north of that front right now. And again, you're seeing that with temperatures. You're seeing that with dew points, and even now seeing that with winds. And that front is helping develop some of those thunderstorms that we have to the south. And it does look like a majority of those fronts or storms will try to develop south of that front that is sitting there. Now, highs today, we do have some warming up to do. Areas down to the south, you've already reached your highs for today. Flint, Owasso, maybe a few more degrees to go, but most likely have reached your highs for today here just as we've entered 2 o'clock. Now, to the north, you may have a few more degrees to warm up. Now, shoreline cities, typical of that northeast wind that you're seeing, you are going to be a little bit cooler, but it is a weaker wind. Again, at most 5 to 15 miles per hour, so nothing too major in terms of winds. so you're not dropping that much, but it's enough you'll notice it a little bit cooler in those shoreline cities as we get through the day. But quickly going to take a little break. Once I come back, we'll be taking a look at the rest of our Thursday into our Friday with storm chances that are possible, and then a look at the weekend in our 7-day forecast, as well as maybe some more information on rain. So stay right here. I'll have more details coming up in just Welcome back, everyone. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer here, once again live from the First Alert Digital Desk, where your TV5 First Alert weather team will always be live Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. I want to thank everyone for joining me here today. As always, you can catch our live streams from the desk on our YouTube page, on our Facebook page. You can also watch them on Roku and Apple TV. You can also head over to WNEM.com/livestream. There you'll always have a chance to view some of our streams that we have from WNEM TV5. But again, I want to thank everyone for joining us. If you wanted to ask any questions, head over to our Facebook page, WNEM TV5 News. If you go over to the chat there on our live stream page, I can try to answer them as we get to them and to the best of my abilities, because sometimes we get some questions maybe out of the area and out of the state, and we just haven't quite looked at that weather for today. But looking at our lows for tonight, what we do see is temperatures are going to be back into the widespread 60s, get some lower 70s in areas like Flint and Owasso, could be into that lower 70 mark. It's a little bit warmer down to the south, typical what we saw today. Those higher temperatures into the afternoon do help keep you just a little bit warmer through the night. And then really as we get into the next couple of nights, it's pretty similar. This is Friday night into Saturday morning. You got 50s in areas to the far north. You got 60s down to the south. So just a little bit cooler as we get through Friday night into Saturday morning. I think the thing is, though, we do look to have a little bit of a warm up for the weekend. So Saturday night into Sunday night, things could be a little bit warmer. If you're someone that likes to open that window and keep cool, maybe not so much of a thing you could have for the weekend, but it is still going to be at least cooler than what we had over the last couple of weeks. Temperature hour by hour. Did want to take a look at this starting off early Friday morning. This is 4 p.m. Friday. It's looking to be another warmer day. Again, not as warm as what we had through the previous weekend, but enough you'll notice it. You'll have temperatures in those mid to upper 80s. I'm not going to count out a few lower 90s. It is a small chance, but it is there. And even the model at times has been, this model that I'm using here at times has maybe been a little bit cooler for us. So again, if we did see some 90s, it wouldn't surprise me tomorrow. Definitely into the afternoon, if we start to dry off, get some sunshine, see that cloud cover leave us, we could see temperatures warm up just a little bit more through Friday. By the time we hit Saturday morning, again, those lower 60s become more widespread. A few 50s could hang on in areas to the north around 10 a.m. But by the afternoon, we are warming back up into those 80s. It's just a little bit cooler Saturday than what we have for Friday and maybe what we have for Sunday, but still a nicer day. A good day to get out there. It should be dry, so that's always a good thing. You'll be able to enjoy your weekend if you're someone that has those days off. And really could enjoy next week. We're really getting into that heart of summer where we're getting nice temperatures. Hopefully winds can stay calm and our dew points stay on the lower end of the scale so it's not as sticky. Now as we move into Sunday, definitely looks to be a warmer day. I'm actually going to back this up just a little bit. Because by the time we hit 5 p.m. on Sunday, we definitely look to see those temperatures warm up. This will be the warmest day of the next few. Sunday will be the warmest day of the weekend, obviously, where we get temperatures in those upper 80s. And again, there will be lower 90s. We're not going to count that out. You get some sunshine, you get some light clouds wanting to move out. If it's earlier in the day, you definitely could see areas like Owasso, Flint, into Saginaw, Mount Pleasant showing 90 here on this model. And again, this is a model that maybe lately has been trending just a little bit cooler than what we actually see. So that could actually give us more widespread 90s as we enter Sunday. And I think that's really wouldn't surprise us here at your TV5 First Alert Weather Team if we did get more widespread 90s as we get through Sunday. Entering Monday, though, does show temperatures trying to drop back down into those 70s and 80s, a little bit cooler to the east. There obviously is a rain chance on Monday, so that obviously is going to have some influence over what we could see in terms of temperatures, and obviously get some cloud cover, but still nice enough. 70s, 80s. If you are someone that can get outside and avoid the rain chances on Monday, you definitely have a nice day. Now, looking at winds, they actually could become a little bit of a factor on the next couple of days. Not widespread, not long term, but you definitely do get some time periods over the next couple of days with noticeable winds. This is the rest of our afternoon. This is 5 p.m. here, a few hours. It does look like that front starts to move a little bit farther south, and once that front moves south, it does pick up the winds just a little bit. Wind gusts up to 15 to 25 miles per hour. That front will start to maybe shift a little bit. Winds will stay in that sort of 10 to 20 mile per hour range through the night into tomorrow morning. And then Friday afternoon, we actually look to see winds picking up. This is 1 p.m. Friday. Winds a little bit stronger. Not all day. Nothing that's going to go ruin your day, but you're still getting a wind gust up to 25 to 35 miles per hour. So definitely a breezy day, definitely a noticeable wind as we get through Friday. Does calm down though, late Friday night into Saturday morning. Then by Saturday afternoon, winds will be mostly from the north-northwest at right around 10 to 20 miles per hour. So on the calmer side, as we head into Saturday and most likely Sunday, it's more of the same. This is 6 a.m. on Saturday. Winds out of the north at 10 to 20 at most. Now, hour by hour is showing us we do have those scattered showers down to the south, but for now, including this model and a few other models, they are showing that rain should stick to the south. So if you have any afternoon activities, Party on McCarty is one of those activities I know going on this afternoon. The rain should avoid us. There could be a quick pop-up shower. It should be in and out in no time, and it'll be dry. And again, we see that through about 7, 8 p.m. There's just a few areas of pop-up thunderstorms. They're nothing long-term. They could be severe, though, especially down towards Genesee County, Lapeer County. Those will be areas that you may see a severe to strong storm develop. Again, I think the threats for today are going to be stronger winds, some hail, heavy rainfall. We just have a lot of moisture in the atmosphere, so that heavy rainfall could end up giving you some flooding concerns. I know that's something maybe we had a couple days ago. I think that was Monday or Tuesday. Some heavy rain through Shiawassee County did create some quick flooding in people's yards and people's backyards. So hopefully that rain moves out quickly. You don't have any problems. I think our next consistent rain chance is definitely going to come late tonight into tomorrow morning. This is right around 2 a.m. Now, again, like always, models are always could be always a little bit either earlier or delayed. So take this either at least till 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. because it could change either way. But by 2 a.m. we do see some showers and thunderstorms start to roll into the 127 corridor, into the Bay region, but does, again, look to struggle. Similar to what we had today is as it moves east, the environment not as sort of great for consistent rain, so you could actually start to dry off as it reaches the thumb, but we still have showers here through 5 a.m. into about 10 a.m. And then this is where actually things look to dry off as we get through most of our Friday. I'm not going to count out an isolated shower. We see that right around 5 p.m. in areas around the Bay into the Thumb to the southeast, seeing some pop-ups. There's going to be a front that moves through the state tomorrow that could create some more chances of showers and thunderstorms. I don't think anything severe, but we're not going to count out a strong thunderstorm developing. And again, just like we've had all week, some very heavy downpours also possible in a few of these cells that develop. But it's nothing long-term, similar to, again, what we've been seeing all week with these sort of short-term developments. They last for 15 to 20 minutes at most, then they move on. The rest of your day is dry. This is 6 p.m. Friday. The model is suggesting that we are relatively dry, just some light rain in Sanilac County, off into the lake. You get some cloud cover to the far northwest, and then by Saturday morning, it's more of the same. You get some clouds, you may get a quick isolated rain chance, but we should be dry for a majority of our Saturday. This is actually updated, I believe. Let me go look at this. This is not showing that slight risk for Friday earlier in the updates. Unless I was missing it, but I don't believe so. I think this is a new update from the Storm Prediction Center. I think it is, again, seeing that front possible across the state late tomorrow afternoon, again, 7, 8 p.m. That is maybe having them upgrade areas to the southeast, Flint, into Sanilac County, Lapeer County, even southeast Huron County, giving that chance of, hey, we could see some severe weather. It's a small chance, but it is there once again. And I think that was a recent update, and in the latest update, having that marginal risk. So obviously, always keeping an eye on it for you here. Some of those updates happened just as the stream started. So the previous update showed marginal risk across the state, now showing that slight risk for our southeast counties into southeast Michigan. And again, I think the threat for that is going to be similar to what we have today. Strong winds, strong, sort of some smaller hail, heavy rainfalls. The tornado chance for this most likely looks to be small, but always above zero. We just had the atmosphere like we have been seeing over the last couple of days. And again, if you're just joining us, thank you. You're seeing that marginal risk that is for tomorrow, and I think that's most likely because we are seeing that line right there, right around 4 to 5 p.m. trying to develop throughout the eastern portions of the state. So that's why I think the SPC has added that marginal risk, as I think some more models are starting to pick up on that line, trying to move through the state through, again, 4, 5, 6 p.m. tomorrow. But by the time we reach 8 p.m., it's moved out, and you'll be able to go to bed and not have to worry about any severe weather chances. As we head towards the end of the stream here, did want to take a look at our 7-day forecast. You have 80s for today. Our highs are occurring right now. If you've been outside, that's what you're going to get for most of your highs. Some areas to the north, you got a few more degrees to go. Tomorrow, it's looking like upper 80s. Again, scattered showers and thunderstorms that rain early in the morning, and then that chance right around 4 to 5 p.m. With that marginal risk of severe weather. Saturday, Sunday, though, definitely looks to be a pretty nice weekend. Saturday, we'll get some sunshine. Temperatures will be a little bit cooler, though, lower 80s through Saturday. But then by Sunday, we look to warm back up, mostly sunny skies. Could see, again, a quick pop-up shower late Sunday afternoon, but it's a very small chance. Once we head into the new work week, we're holding on to those 80s on Monday. That looks to be our next day with scattered showers and thunderstorms after the weekend. It's going to be starting early next week on Monday. Just a day to keep an eye on. When you get warm like that, 80s higher, even 70s higher, there's always a chance you could have some stronger storms, and there should be still some moisture wanting to hang around the atmosphere to sort of fuel those storms. And then by midweek, it does look like we dry off once again. Tuesday and Wednesday, mostly sunny skies, lower 80s. So definitely, if you're looking to have plans for next week, midweek, looks to be the drier pattern, and definitely a little bit calmer, a little bit nicer for everyone to get out there. But I want to thank everyone for joining me here on our Tuesday stream live from the First Alert Digital Desk. Again, if you missed the stream, you want to go check it out a little bit later, you can always head over to our YouTube, our Facebook page. You can rewatch it there. You can watch it on Roku TV, Apple TV. If you want to watch tomorrow's stream, that's also locations. You can also catch us live on our website at wnem.com/TV. So we'll end this looking at radar, but I hope everyone has a good rest of your Thursday. Hope you have a good rest of your week into your Friday. Enjoy the week weather, especially into the weekend as we do start to dry off just a little bit more. But again, going to end this on our sky tracker. Hopefully this rain will stay away and we can have a good, enjoyable rest of our Thursday.